Alright, assembly's moving on. Got my tyres on. These are the Shinko E705, E for Enduro. That's my new wheel in position with the tyre on. Looks cool. A lot of money, but I think you've got to have it if you're going to do this sort of thing with a cafe racer stance. Engine in, carbs on. Clutch, choke. I put the choke on in the end. I put it in its original position. I quite like the fact that I don't know if you can see it there. You know, if I want to pull away with the choke on, I don't want to be putting my hand down the side, pissing about with that. Last jobs which I forgot to do is I never put a bracket behind the rectifier for the CDI. Which is probably going to go there. And I never put the bracket in for the starter solenoid, which I'm going to try and squeeze it in here if we can get the cable down there for the ignition. Otherwise it's going to have to go up here, which makes the cable really long way to go down to the battery. We've got to extend that main lead. So I've got those two jobs to do. My water bottle that's going in here, these breather pipes, you know, they bend back through here with a T-piece. They're quite high up. So what I'm going to do, this pipe was split anyway, so I'm going to run them behind the water bottle, each side of the bracket, and down the back. Now the control lever, everything like that cluster I bought, this throttle arrangement was for a single cable, where this bike comes with a push and pull cable. I never realised. It was only when I picked up the wiring loom and it had everything, that this is a 2-cable throttle arrangement, a push and pull, and that this only had a single hole on it, because that other bike I bought came with a load of new cables, spark plugs, and I don't know why the guy had bought all the new cables and spark plugs when the actual bike itself was in rag order. He had a lot of work to do. So what I've done is I've connected that. I spoke to my brother and he said you should be able to get away with it being just a one cable system, because it's got a massive return spring. So it should be okay. There's a few chips from putting the engine in. We can touch up. I said there was probably going to be a few. Most of the marks that were on here were from my watch strap. When I had my hand in here doing that bottle, I was chipping this with my watch strap, because obviously this paint, engine paint, it won't set properly until I get the engine up to running temperature. So we can touch that up, that's alright. Radiator's on. Put the fan back in. Can't adjust these motocross forks until I get it off the stand and the front brake rigged up. What you have to do is you tighten up this side, you clamp this side so you can tighten this one, and then you undo this side so this floats. So you have this undone, give it a couple of pushes on the brake to compress the forks, and it centralises itself. So you have to undo it, so that is totally, it's really weird. It's just floating like that, and it centralises itself, and then you tighten them up that's it done. And then we've got to make a bracket. We get the disc brake on. I've got new pads on order, and we've got to make a little bracket to hold the sensor for the new speedo. Then we can measure up for a new Brady brake line to come up to the master cylinder. I'll leave the original hose on, and if that's just, it should be spot on the right size, and then we'll measure that and get the pipe made for that. So I'm just going to rig up. I've made the frame for the bottle to fit in. I'll show you that at another date. So I'm going to cut that down. You're going to use these holes in here for the bolt holes. Get these pipes laid in. Then we can fill up the water system, get some oil in it, and just finish up the last little jobs. And then it'll be a matter of getting it in the van, take it down my brother's, and then we've got the old wiring loom, which he's gonna chop apart. These are wire, I'm rubbish at electrics. You know, chop it, extend it, get rid of what we don't want, and hopefully sneak all those wires in somewhere, get them all hidden away. I'm going to get it all done as much as possible, and then get it down to him. If we can get that wiring loom in, we might end up getting fired up after Christmas. Got the LED lighting. I've just got to touch that around here with some paint, because it went in further than I thought. It fits in nice. Can't make my mind up whether to use that rear hugger. So you can see I like it nice and naked when you put that rear hugger on there. I'm not sure whether to use it or not. So if I do, I've got to change that bolt because it's not long enough. The thread's not sticking out far enough when I put the bracket in. So I'd have to put that on and see what I think. And I've decided the front mudguard, I can't get my head around it being down on the tyre, and I don't like it right up on the top, so I'm just going to drop that bracket down and have it about 2 inches down, paint it up and see what that looks like. I can't get my head around it down there. It just doesn't look right. I know it's funny because it's in silver. It will be black, and I'd already made the brackets, but I think I'm going to go for it just down a little bit, not right at the top, just down a touch. If it's wrong, I'll change it. But I can't take the video from this end. I'd already done one, and the sun is coming through there. It's looking massive. I don't know if these forks are going to make it look too big on the front end. I suppose now it's all painted, we won't really know until we put the tank on. I want to get everything done on this side, and then flip it round and do the other side, get the exhaust and everything put on. Okay, bye.